All right. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
Yes, I did.
Gonna be a short meeting. We get to get out of here early.
Come on, don't jinx us.
First one to the parking lot buys one. Here in the
All
dinner.
in there, you capture that?
I did.
You want a pencil point?
All right, we're gonna do a roll call. We got Adams,
Yes.
Buick,
Yeah.
Gifford, Green, Gazi,
Yes.
Frame.
Here.
I think I'm here. Let's approve the agenda.
Yeah, so we do have some changes to make on the agenda. We are gonna add to first in B2, we wanted to change, the warrant number was incorrect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, the beginning number is 28232, and then the end number was correct, 28301. And we're gonna add to 6B, Stevens Disposal Presentation. And then 6C, will be the fire department report, and 6C is the Washtenaw County Circuit Court case number 24-00214-CZ. And then 6E is the Monarchy Trade, AKA Brothers Auto Litigation Discussion. That's it.
There you go, perfect. You wanna go ahead and start off?
Yeah, who wants to second the motion?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay, so public comment.
Let's start with the public comment, agenda items only. Being it is agenda items only, it's short agenda this week. Would you like to, Bert, would you like? Oh, you gotta wait, okay. So anybody need public comment on agenda items only?
Could you guys speak up so we can hear louder when you guys talk? Not you, I know you. But mostly the ladies are nice and timid, you know?
For the hearing impaired, I think.
That's not an agenda.
All right, so we're good with the agenda. No one's on, have to speak on that. Close the, public comment on agenda items.
6:34.
Let's get Mr. Stevens up here so he can make his presentation. Can
Yeah,
you do
first
that?
we'll do the draft minutes and then we can.
Okay.
So I would make a motion to approve the draft Board of Trustees meeting minutes from March 21st of 2025.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay, now Mr. Stevens.
Okay, Mr. Stevens, how you doing?
Good. Kevin Shipman, Stevens Disposal. Thank you for having me here tonight. And I basically just, I had met with Mike and we'd had a discussion on the preferred hauler agreement that we have with Augusta Township, and that will expire in June, and we talked about renewing that. So I had given him information, and I think, does everybody have that, or did they?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can forward that on.
Oh, wait, this information here?
No.
Oh.
This is
No.
Stevens.
Okay.
That's from Kevin.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Okay. Basically, we are proposing to just, your current agreement has a clause in it for a renewal, and that's what we're proposing, is that we just renew that as is, and with a current rate of $14.08 per month for one cart collection, $28.16 for two cart collection. If they elect to do the recycle, it would be $15.70, and then leave the bulk item as is. We'd still offer the curbside yard waste collection at the current rate of $200 per year annual for the season. And we're just offering to, I think we had in there too, 4% annual increase. We'd lock that in so that you know every year what your cost would be. And that 4% is a very good rate right now. I had to do a little arm twisting to get that, because normally it's 7%, nothing below 7%. So But just to give you a little background, that rate right now is about $8 a month lower than the going rate on the street. So they want to maintain that preferred vendor status and continue to service the township. We did talk a little bit about, and I also provided Mike with some information on an ordinance if you had the interest as a community in going to an exclusive hauler, which would mean one hauler on your roads. And doing that, if you did that and went to one billing where the residents paid the township and the township paid the one bill every month, it could save you a couple more dollars a month per resident. Which if you're looking at a total amount in a group, that's a substantial savings. Individually, you know, if I save $2 this month or not, some people it's not a big deal, but as a total program, it is substantial. So that option is there, and I had provided a draft of what an ordinance looks like because we've helped a couple other communities do that. That doesn't guarantee anything for us because once you did that, that process would go out to bid, and any provider that wanted to bid on that. So we could potentially lose the business, but we did have that discussion because the questions were asked, so I provided the information. So, but that's really my little piece of being here tonight is just saying we're offering that opportunity to extend that preferred agreement, which would take effect then if you chose to do that when the current agreement expires in June of this year. And I'll answer any questions you might have, if you've got any, regarding that program or anything else if I can regarding trash or recycling.
Well, I guess my question would be was how would it work if it went to Hurricane Township? Is it something that gets added to the taxes? Is it something that's billed monthly, quarterly?
So it'd be, so when, like Sumter Township or the neighboring, they add a percentage to your taxes every year. And then everybody that's in this pays the taxes are eligible for that, you know.
Okay.
So that's something you have to check up, take up with the
What
residents
about
to see if
bulk
they're
pickup?
interested in.
Yeah, we'd have to see.
Bulk pickup would be the same as it is now, where you would just call and,
Well, that's what
I
waste
mean,
management offers, bulk pickup,
yeah,
no charge.
no charge?
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, some of it.
Wow.
So my question
I
is,
don't know anybody that does that, so,
I don't know. All I know is I came to Stevens.
yeah.
What do you say, boss?
She was just asking about bulk pickup, she thought waste management. I can tell you, I don't know how they would do that, because the landfills are charging us $40 and $50 per mattress right now, so I don't know how they would do that. I mean, just in a month's time, they could lose any money they're making if people put that stuff out, so but we charge based on the item, and you guys have just prepaid that, you call in and prepay it, so that's
Kevin,
yes.
so would you guys send a contract? Do you automatically just do that, or do we need to reach out to you before June?
If you chose to do that, I have an addendum that I think I give Mike a copy of that too as well. I would actually redraft that, same verbiage, everything, but I'd have signature lines, so it's an actual addendum to the current agreement.
Oh, okay,
So-
okay, very good.
And we don't have to wait till June.
You don't have to wait till June to, no, you could just, if you, agree to do it,
Yeah,
I can
extend
send
the
that
service.
anytime. It's signed, but it takes effect on that date when the next one expires.
It doesn't give us much time. I'd kind of like to get residents' input on which.
No, that's not, that's
Well,
not,
we
that's
wouldn't
not
do
the,
that this year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
wouldn't be
no,
able
that's
to do
just
that
for
this
regular-
year.
Yeah,
Okay.
the ordinance
Yeah, but
is,
I'd
what
like
we
to
have
see
now.
if there's some way that we can get something out where we can get an input to see if
Yeah.
people would be
Yeah, I
interested
agree
in
100%,
doing
yeah.
that.
Well,
No,
next
what he's talking
year,
about is just a
we
flat
have two
contract that we
elections.
have
Yeah.
now.
We could put it on the ballot. We have August and in November
Yeah.
elections. We
Because
could-
some people might like it being, paying every month and not having it bulk at the end. I'd really like to hear residents' opinions on which
Yeah,
one they'd
of
rather,
course, yeah.
rather do.
and again, if you do that, just to, I guess to caveat on to her question about bulk, if you do that as a community, you can design your program however you want. If you want it to include bulk, then it would, obviously the rate would change and that would factor in. Or you can set a rate that, let's say, every bulk item is $15. the program then can be catered to whatever you decide as a board for your community you want. But then that would go out as a bid, and that can be done at any time. It can be done next year after you get, it can be done 6 months from now. Once you put an ordinance in place, then your ordinance supersedes the agreement. If you notify us and say, we've created an ordinance, this is going out for bid, and so, but if you decided not to, then the renewal would stay as is and continue through that agreement term.
Well, you know what else we could do would be a survey. We've done
Yeah.
that before, the tax bill. We
Yeah.
could put a survey in the tax bill and just do like a flyer.
See
and
who all in the community will
Yes.
agree to do that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That'd
Yeah,
probably be
like I said,
better
I'd
than-
really like to hear community input on, before
Yeah.
we get something like that.
That'd probably be better than trying to put it on the ballot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you definitely want community buy-in on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, couldn't do it without it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have to see how many people respond though, because with those surveys,
They don't
typically, we
always.
haven't gotten a real good, big response from it,
Well,
so.
we promote it a little bit, we'll try it and see, but yeah.
Yeah.
you're
So
saying-
they just
So the
saying
next
it's
tax
gonna
bill's
be,
in July,
you know,
so if you
this
wanna
is gonna
do
be in there,
that,
'cause a
then
lot
we
of-
should do it
Yeah,
sooner
'cause-
than later,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, 'cause
before
like she said,
survey
people
goes
take
off.
the tax thing out and just throw the rest away without looking, if we can get it on some of the pages.
Tape a dollar bill to it.
Yeah.
Every time.
Put it on the payments.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I tell them to
Staple it
get
right
it.
to it.
so just basically, 1 second of the difference between Stevens Disposal and pretty much any of our competitors in the area is we are local, we have local customer service. They don't live anywhere in the country and work out of their house, so when you call.
They're cheaper too.
When you call, you get someone, you know, the questions are answered, they're familiar with the area and the demographics, and so it's a different experience. And I really don't have bad reviews from any of our municipalities that we deal with, so.
They're cheaper.
Apparently we're cheaper. So, with that said, that's my piece tonight.
Thank you, Kevin.
Todd, Mike, if you choose to renew, then it's just, you know, email or phone call. Let me know, I'll get that drafted and we can do it at any time.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you very much.
Thank you all for having me.
All right.
You guys get a discounted rate when you pay by the
I
year?
mean, I don't have an issue. Yeah.
You guys
Hey, hang on before you take over.
I pay by the year.
So you may have a copy of one.
Hey, Kevin.
We just
Yes, sir.
have to renew the contract with them. We can't just renew the contract.
Yeah, I think we
That's
can.
the amounts.
Michael, do you have like the amounts or anything like
You're gonna send it, Kevin, you're gonna send us a copy of those rates that you told us? to
Yes, I
Do you
can do
have
that.
that with you?
I think, well, I have my copy.
Well, they just need to
Yeah,
kind of
can
make the
you just-
motion.
Do you mind
Oh.
if Belinda can see it for a
No,
minute?
no, you
Take the
can,
notes.
you can,
Is this it right here, Kevin?
yes, sir, that's it.
All right.
Oh, good, perfect. Thank
And
you.
this is a copy of the, well, actually, you know what? I did create the addendum, so that's what the addendum, do you have a copy of that too, or no?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's what the addendum would be.
Can I have it?
Yeah, you can have it. I have a saved, so,
Okay, perfect,
okay?
okay. So did you want me to put an amount in the motion and just say? Addendum to agree for providing garbage and rubbish collection for Stevens Disposal Recycling Service? Okay, okay. Okay, so I would make a motion to approve the addendum to agree for providing garbage and rubbish collection for Stevens Disposal and Recycling Service Incorporated.
The renewal, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
The renewal of the contract.
Yeah, addendum,
Right, okay.
yeah.
That's second. Second.
Yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Well, this-
Oh, we got a roll call on
Yeah,
this one.
sorry, yeah.
All right, Adams,
Yes.
Beer,
Yes.
Gepper,
Yes.
Green, Gunsey,
Yep,
Crane,
yes.
and Waller's a yes.
All right.
There you go. That was it.
Yeah, thank you.
So, if you wanna copy that or sign that, just, and then I can get back up
We'll
and
get
get
it
a
back.
copy, I'll sign it, we'll make a copy, we both have a copy.
Oh, okay.
Whenever.
Yeah, do you want us just to send, we can just send it to you after we sign it?
Well, I can swing, that way I can sign, you can keep the original, just make me a copy, we both got copies.
Okay.
I like everybody to have their copies. You don't know how many places call and say, I don't know whatever happened to our copy, and maybe you didn't give me one.
Right, very
Okay.
good.
Super.
Yeah,
We'll see
thank you.
tomorrow.
All right, Todd, thanks.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
Not a bit, not with one of the signers.
Okay, Dave, Mr. Dave, right?
Okay, for the month of March, we had 57 fire responses, no property lost by fire. Cost recovery was $5 for a request for a report. One fine for illegal burning materials after dark. Burning permits were 26. Mutual aid responses, we had station coverage from Island, and then we responded to a structure fire while covering from Island for LMR. Training for the month was airway ventilation, medical bag contents, pediatric trauma airway, driver's training, and brush fire tactics. We're still continuing with the inspector food truck training, so soon I'll have a sample resolution for Augusta Township, because Washington County has adopted that all food trucks, I'm talking about the portable food trucks, before they can get their health sticker, has to have a fire inspection. Because there's been some pretty serious accidents, these things bouncing down the road, and the health department isn't really checking the propane and the tubing and everything, they're more of the food line. So they came to us and requested this, they saw a need. So I'm kind of waiting for Ipsy Township's taking the lead on this. So they're going to do like some sample templates of the resolution, which will save me a lot of time and you guys a lot of time. And but every chief in Washington County has decided to partake on it. So if a food truck wants to come to Augusta Township and get inspected, we're not available. Every trained inspector can do it. Ipsy can do it, Pittsfield can do it. This year it's free to get everybody on board. We're having these rallies so they can bring their trucks. It's an annual sticker, and next time it'll be $200. It's to cover the guy's time and sticker. So that's coming down the pipe. The reports are all done. Nothing unusual. We just finished, this will be our next month's report, we just finished our ISO report, all the stats and statistics for the last 5 years. So we're hoping to get a good rating again, the same as we had before. We couldn't do any better before without going full-time or putting hydrants throughout the entire township. So that's about as good as we can do. We're hoping we don't get hit too hard because we had 2 stations before, the one over on Rossendale Road, but we have the same equipment. So I'll be bringing that hopefully next meeting with good news. That will impact everyone's homeowner's insurance, my understanding, the way the ISO works. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Dave, for everything that you do. And then we're a little bit out of order from what normally we were going to do a public comment. Bert, being he's a little seasoned, he wanted to say something.
Dave, I want to thank the fire department.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave, and thank you for all your hard work and efforts.
Yeah, so I would make a motion to approve the fire department report as given.
So, keep second. All in favor?
Aye. Okay, so I had sent you guys all an email earlier, hopefully you got a chance to look at it in regards to the Waller case. So I would like to, I don't know if anyone has any questions. Everybody good? Okay, so I would make a motion to approve the Waller case number 24-000214-CZ, Washington County Circuit Court, stipulated order awarding defendant cost and attorney fees and dismissal without prejudice of case.
All right.
Can I get a second? And then you'll be,
Recused.
yes.
We got Adams,
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
Gipper.
Yes.
Gunsey,
Yes.
Green,
Yes.
Crane.
Yes. Okay. And then I would make a motion to dismiss case number 24-000735-CZ, Monarch Trading LLC, AKA Brothers Auto.
Second.
Second, so is there any discussion on this one? Are you guys familiar with, are you? Okay.
You guys need any discussion on, anybody want any, I guess, should we explain what's going on with it for a little bit?
Sure,
For a little
go
public
ahead.
information?
Yeah.
What happened was, his building had burned down, and through the state's, you gotta forgive me here, my brain's running wild. Miss Patty's, education and learning and findings, that, he had the right to rebuild his facility. And, we can't afford to keep holding this up in court, trying to fight it, there's no need into it. So we decided to let it, drop the case against him in this matter, to save the township money and let him move forward.
Well, it was never really in court, was it?
Well, it wasn't in court, but it was
Well, we had a
Yeah.
case
a
judgment.
case judgment on it, right? So,
Our case number, I guess it was
so it's just a waste of money for the township and for everybody as it is. It's eyesore that needs to be cleaned up, so. All right. Keith, second that. We'll do a roll call. We're ready. It's Adams,
Yes.
Burek,
Yeah.
Gipper,
Yes.
Gunsey,
Yep.
Green,
Yep.
Crane,
Yep.
Wallace, yes. All right, Mr. Allen, right? Come on up and visit us, sir.
Good evening. This month, the big items were, we lost power on 3/30/25, multiple stations. There was 3 stations that lost power. Lincoln Pines, Lincoln Pump Station, and Bellamie Pump Station. We had the generator, the rental generator hooked up and was able to pump down those stations, running back and forth between Lincoln Pines and Lincoln. It was muddy with the construction they did of the roundabout, so we had to put stone down so we wouldn't get stuck and the generator wouldn't get stuck. In addition, the Bellamie, since it used the other 240 volts, we was able to leave the generator, the Augusta Township generator there, and was able to pump that station down throughout the night. And then there was a little hiccup with the rental generator. It stopped working that morning, so we were able to get that cat rental come down, swapped us a new generator, and at that time, we were able, the power was back on. So, the water loss is at 26% this month, so far. Last month it was 28, so it is going down. In addition, with water loss, we are continuing to investigate land parcels that have no township records of water, as well as wells that we could obtain through the county. We are still finding curve boxes at these residents or these parcels. And continuing on the water loss, operators did inspections on meters. It was found that there were 2 bypass valves that were on. When that was found, the operators closed the valves and then changed them out. And that was the ability to bypass the meter with water. So that was corrected at that time. And during the inspections, there were 7 total found that were capable of it, but 2 were on. And then last month, it was brought up to the board that the meter supplier delivered some meters that read in gallons instead of cubic feet. As of right now, we are through all but 3. There's only 3 left in the system, and I'm working very hard to try to get those out of the system right now. Is there any other questions the board has?
Y'all were looking pretty good as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned.
Great job with the water,
Good job.
the lost power and everything, that's crazy.
There you go, they needed this right now, so. But yeah, we appreciate what you're doing a really good job expediting this, water loss. And, good, I mean, just hell ain't nothing else better, safe side's a good job. Thank you, Mr. Allen, for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You want me to say something now?
If you want to, it's, if I could find one, I do.
See how lengthy they
Okay. All right, let's make a motion to approve the supervisor's utility report.
Second?
All right, Keith seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. On to the next one, Miss Susan.
So, so we had a review, our annual review of the water rates. Todd and Michael Green and myself and Colleen and Michael Lessage from Wood Hill, we sat down to review the water rates like we do for the beginning of our next fiscal year. And what we arrived at the end of our discussion was that the committee decided to hold on any capacity or commodity rate changes for two reasons. So Yucca will send their rate increase in July for September 1st implementation, and we want to review this before making any adjustments, because previous to now, we've been visiting it twice a year. And I'm not saying we'll always do it in the fall, maybe we will, that makes more sense when we get the Yucca rates, but we're gonna do that this year. And the second part is the township is working closely with operations team and anticipates some water loss reduction. So with what Alan just reported on with the gallon meters and some other things we're finding, we wanted to see how that would shake out to that time period as well. So it just made sense to us that we're going to just review it again and probably we'll get the Yucca increase late summer, September, I think. So we'll review it again in the fall. So that's really good news. We have not had any rate increases. You know, if we wait until September, if we do it then, it'll be 2 years that we have not had any water rate increases. So that's really good news for the township.
It's great.
Yeah. And we will, when we get the Yucca increase, we'll, you know, again, we'll convene with Wood Hill at that time. So that's really good news. Also, just to piggyback on what Alan had reported, so with those gallon meter replacements, it's been 19 so far. And so what billing did, we sent letters to the customers involved, so then when we do the billing next month, they will have a heads up that this meter change adjustment, you know, they may, well, they'll see a difference in their water rate depending on how much water they use with the new CF meters. And then I also, this is the month where I send out delinquent water notices. We sent out notices to 40 customers to collect $29,341. And we have collected about half of that at this point. And then the last two things, following up on the insurance claims that we had initiated quite a few months ago, where we had a person run into one of our fire hydrants and did quite a bit of damage. We've been working with our insurance company on that. They reimbursed us for the hydrant already. They're still looking at the other work that was done around that, which I don't know if you would call it extensive, it was kind of pricey for what we had to replace for the road work and maybe digging that stuff up, whatever. So we're still working on that, so we're hoping still to get more money with that claim. And then the other claim, we had someone that ran into a curb stop and damaged it, and I think we didn't have good preliminary information at first about that accident, but our insurance company was able to get a police report, and we're still following up on that. Our insurance company does not cover that sort of thing, so if we do end up pursuing it, it probably would be privately, to that individual or their insurance company. But we're still working on that. So that's my report.
All right, thank you. So I would make a motion to approve the utility billing report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Alrighty. What's this court out, this is London, right?
Oh, yeah, this is me. Yep.
this-
So, the quarterly reports went out earlier this month. So I would make a motion to approve the March 31st, 2025 August Township quarterly financial reports.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay, and then also, okay, so I would make a motion to approve warrants 28232 through 28301 as submitted.
Second.
We gotta do a
Oh.
roll call on this one. Adams,
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
Gifford,
Yes.
Gunsey,
Yes.
Green, Crane,
Yes.
Wallace, yes.
So, and then I did have a few things for my report, elections. So we're going to be combining some precincts. What's going on is the church has asked that we take out, however you want to put it, at the contract that campaigning at the school or at the church. They don't like that we campaign during elections, and that's not something that the state or the county is okay with. So we're looking for a new location. We're gonna talk to the school. If they will not let us do it where we really would like to go in that new athletic center over there, but if they won't agree to do that, then we would probably be able to have it here. We do know now that they've increased the amount of people you can have per precinct, so the only way to do it here would be if we could run it with only 2 precincts. We just can't fit 3 precincts in here. So we had been talking about this. It's kind of been something that we've been talking about for a while. So we would combine precincts 1 and 2.